Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by Bet365. It's me, Joey P. That, of course, is the Welsh. And I don't know about you, Welsh. I feel a little naked today. My head's a little colder than it was yesterday on opening day. I guess that's just how it rolls. You, my friend, have pared down from the handlebar to just this is like the Johnny Depp, Don Juan kind of thing you've got going on here. But you, my friend, got to experience opening day yesterday in Arizona with Scott Bogman. Only 16 runs for the D-backs. That's it. How did that feel? I hope you had the over.
It was pretty amazing. I mean, all through here. This is my Paul Skeens look. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's the Diamondback hat. It's got a little Pirates look. This is my Paul Skeens look. Yesterday was a magnificent, I'll be your Huckleberry, magnificent day yesterday around baseball, just because we were at the 14 runs, which was crazy. The crazy scoring yesterday. Yes, I had the Diamondbacks 1.5 runs. We hit all of our bets, 3-team parlay, 12 units yesterday, Joe. I'm in brag mode here. Hit a 20-1 parlay, which was on Betting Pros. And all of that happened while I decided to keep the stash. So I was told I'm forced to keep the stash while things are going on. By the way, can we also point out, through all the craziness yesterday, Joe knows exactly where I'm going. All of the things. We had a great day. We had lots of great hits. We're going to talk about amazing stuff today. We had the Joe Exotic actual account responding to us yesterday on the wig. So I don't feel as naked, but shout out to Joe Exotic's official Twitter account.
And shout out to everybody who joined us live yesterday, too. Nearly 400 of you live. It's almost double the previous high. Incredible number, incredible amount of views yesterday. We promised we'd wig out for you. And look, we're closing in before you know it already on 19,000. So we're getting close to 20,000. Goodness knows what we're going to do next. But again, it was a good day of opening day baseball yesterday. Some good performances. I will continue to troll the A's all year. And I feel like I'm going to be right. I'm going to troll the Angels all year. I feel like it's going to be right. By the way, look at this. TJ, our boy who won the Jazz jersey, just got it. Congratulations to you, TJ. Way to go, buddy. And of course, we're giving away more free stuff here on the channel. So check out Trophy Smacks Championship Trophy. This one's going to one of you out there. Be like TJ. That's what you want to be, folks. All you got to do is drop a comment below and subscribe to the channel. That's it. That's all you have to do to win this incredible Trophy Smack trophy. It's gorgeous. Look at that thing. You don't even have to give it to somebody who wins your league. Just keep it for yourself. Make yourself the champion. That's what I say. Well, and before we get to the headlines, don't forget, if you're going to place your bets, do it at Bet365. Use that promo code leading off when you do. First bet safety net, $1,000 in bonus bets, and you get $5 in there to bet. 150 in bonus bets in return. Bet just $5, get 150. That's good math last time I checked, but you got to do it at Bet365, but don't do it without using that promo code leading off, and hopefully we'll get some more winners for you today. Welsh, let's start with the headlines and a lot to get through here. Let's start here at the top. Corbin Burnes, absolutely dominant. This is what the Orioles signed up for. They got an 11 strikeout performance. Now, yes, I was trolling the Angels, and yes, it worked. But a great debut for Corbin Burnes. It has to make everybody in Baltimore feel really good. I have shares of Corbin Burnes for Cy Young. I wish I had more shares in fantasy. Just didn't work out that way. Shane Bieber, on the other hand, too, a guy I do have some shares of in fantasy. He also struck out 11 guys yesterday. It was against the A's. Again, some lesser opponents. Bieber has a great history about the A's, too. But here's a question for you, Welsh. Yeah. To me, this is important, regardless of the fact that it was against the A's. Shane Bieber, I think, is one of those pitchers that needed to get off to a good start considering last year. And I think this is exactly what the doctor ordered. And I'm very excited to see what is to come for Shane Bieber in 2024.
Yeah. So starting with Shane Bieber, obviously we did this Betting Pro show and I was talking about trolling the A's. And I've seen some people, like you're saying, a lot of people being like, I don't know if the A's are this bad. Let's put into some context here. These are some wild things. And I'm going to compare it to what Corbin Burnes did. So yesterday, Shane Bieber had 18 swing and whiffs. Pretty great. He had a 37% CSW and a 43% whiff rate, which is pretty crazy. Fastball was up a mile per hour on average year over year. That's good. You had the changeup was up. Velos were up kind of across the board, but he had 42 swings, 42 on 83 pitches. So essentially half of his pitches were being swung through. Is it because Shane Bieber is the best pitcher on the planet? There's partial parts of that. Also, the A's are really bad. I am all here for Shane Bieber. Now, on the inverse, here's a crazy thing. Corbin Burnes, He had 12 swing and whiffs on 11 strikeouts. I don't really recall that I've seen a number like that. He had a 33% swing rate and a CSW of 39%. And his velo was up kind of across the board, a little over half a mile per hour on the fastball. You had the slider, which almost had a full mile per hour, and he was just efficient. Corbin Burnes is a big payoff, but we talked a ton about Shane Bieber. You got to minimize some of the results because it is the A's, but with velo up, efficiency, getting those Ks, we're going to take those 11 strikeouts across the board, and we're not talking consistent down ticks from Shane Bieber. So it's a huge buy, and hopefully
it is. It's a really good feeling. It's funny. The win total for the A's is 7 more than was last year. How did the A's get 7 wins better than last year? I don't see it on that roster, folks. I just don't see it. All right, next here, Cole Reagan's 9 strikeouts, 6 innings, but he takes the loss, unfortunately. But overall, what we wanted to see. Also, what I wanted to see from Frankie Montas. I've been talking about this guy all offseason. We talked about in our last, it was the audio-only episode, the spring training risers and fallers. I talked about Montas. I said, look, he's looked pretty good here. At the end, yes, I know it's just the Nationals, but 6 shutout innings is 6 shutout innings. I don't care how you slice it. He qualifies at RP and SP. It's a good first effort for Montas, a good signal here for the Cincinnati Reds. O'Neal Cruz goes solo homer. Great opportunity for him. And Welsh, that made you some money, did it not? I believe yesterday.
So we had this, Bogman and I and a couple of our friends were like moving around town. If you remember Dan Marley's has got.
I love Dan Marley.
I know he has
a
red
rifle from 3. Oh, I love that.
He had a restaurant. We were over there.
Socks.
Elliot Perry. It was great. Old Suns team. We were there, and then we moved over to one of the sports books, and I had a couple bets flying around, and I had this one, and I was like, man, we're at the back of the game. I called it the cruise control. It was O'Neal Cruz to hit a homer and Ellie De La Cruz to steal a base. We're sitting at the sports book. They're both up within 1 batter of each other. Ellie gets on, steals a base. O'Neal's up, and I look at Bogman. And I go, I just need a homer. He swings that bad boy. It looks like it's going to be a foul ball because of the pure raw power. Gets that homer as a 20-1 stupid parlay that I hit. It's the first week things you can see, but it was up on the Betting Pros app. And O'Neal Cruz showing off exactly what we saw in spring. 7 homers, big home run power. And again, what was my favorite season-long bet prop that we did on the Betting Pro show, Joe? It was O'Neal Cruz homers over 24 and a half, and he gets that first one on the board, even though we had lefty starters.
Right now, on pace for 162. That's not bad. By the way, everybody, I mentioned that audio-only episode. That's not the only thing we've got going on there. So every single week on the regular podcast, not on YouTube, but on the podcast channel by itself, we have Mike Mayer and The Worm are going to be doing a little bit more of a deep dive extended look. It's a show called The Cycle. What they're going to be doing basically is deep dives at the top of the show on the big news of the week, whatever that big item or two is. They're really going to give you a little bit more. This is a condensed half-hour daily show, so they're going to give you a little bit more of the long-form fantasy stuff. Welsh is going to do some prospect stuff on there. It's going to be great. So they're going to hit their trades in the waiver wire. So basically, it's kind of like a podcast is going to prepare you for the week to come, basically, and recapping the week that was. So that's a great addition to the lineup here. Yes.
New episode was out yesterday. It's longer than usual. It was an hour, but Kelly Kirby, the Wonky Penguin, who's in the chat, was a guest, and I was a guest on it as well. So you guys can check that out. Episode.
Well, that's why it was an hour. You go very long. You're very long-winded.
Well, it was Kelly that went 40 minutes, not me. So,
well, Kelly can go as long as she wants there because Kelly's amazing. We'll see. All right. Just for fun, Tyler O'Neill steals a base and also sets a major league record by hitting a home run his 5th consecutive opening day. So there you go. Tyler O'Neill loves opening day. Crazy. And I love this too. Also for fun, a little bit of history. Jenny Kavnar becomes the first female play-by-play announcer for the A's. And that was a wonderful moment there for women in baseball. My friend Jess works out there for the A's too. And I think it's fantastic that we're, continuing to change the shape of what front offices look like, what the announce crew looks like, what the umpires, referees in football, all of that. It's very encouraging. Women in sports. Look, I'm a flag football coach. I coached my daughter for the last 3 years, actually almost 4 now that I'm thinking about it. And, it's very important to encourage them. And, I know my godmother, had she known that baseball general manager or front office executive was a job that was going to be open to her, it would have changed her entire career path, she told me once. And I think that's a very important thing that, for women, you have to see these things out there as achievable and possible now. and it's great. And this is another one, I think, another feather in the cap here for MLB. So good on them. Rookie Lookie Welsh, Wyatt Langford, first career RBI, so that's a positive. Victor Scott stole a base, lots of steals to come. Blaze Alexander got his first career hit for the D-backs, and Jackson Churio leading off today. So that's good. We'll see Churio, we'll see Peralta, we'll see the Mets. By the way, more Peralta news to come. Any rookie Lookie moment that stood out for you, Welsh?
Well, I mean, I was there to watch Blaze Alexander as a DH go and not only get his first hit, but he was the one that put the last run on the board for the Diamondbacks, which was a all-time record for an inning for the team. So Blaze looked great. And just a couple other things on these. Wyatt Langford was intentionally walked in his first game. Also got his first RBI, which was crazy.
Amazing too.
It is amazing. And Victor Scott, we were at Marley's when this happened. We were getting up to leave, and then he's on base, and I'm like, no, hold on, we got to watch. He had that by amount. I believe it was tracked at 29.6, which I think would have been faster than any runner last year. I could be wrong about that. So I think those are all interesting. But Jackson Churio today, leading off for Pat Murphy, is not what I expected. Pat Murphy's like an old school baseball coach.
I like it though.
Of course you like it. I like it too, but that's not something that Pat Murphy does.
But if you want good lineup protection, that if you want the kid to be successful, don't hit him eighth. Like, don't do that to the kid. By the way, my lineup note today, Michael Harris hitting sixth in the lineup today too.
I don't like that.
Putting that out there. You do like that or don't like that?
I don't like that at all. I want Michael Harris at the top of the lineup. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just saying what it is. By the way, I know the cycle started and someone made a comment here that where is that? I need more Mayor. We need more Mayor in our lives. No, we don't.
What is JP? What are you trying to get for free?
JP,
what are you talking about?
No, less Mayor usually. We'll take him for that hour because he's good with the baseball.
We're not even seeing Mayor in the chat. You notice how great the show was yesterday?
Yeah, that's right. Mayor was nowhere to be found yesterday. He had other things going on, I believe. Who knows what? But if you missed yesterday's show, I encourage you to go back and watch it because the wigs were amazing. And I still had nightmares about when you pulled back your wig to just the bowl cut. That no,
it's right here.
Put that away. I don't need to see that again. I'm not going to sleep all weekend if we do that. All right, let's go to the 3 up and 3 down here. 3 up, Mike Trout. Home run, first at bat. That was a little bright spot for the Angels. It was all downhill after that, but still, it's a good start. Trade him now, folks. Pablo Lopez.
Oh, come on. I'm all about this. I'm all about the
I know
I'm buying.
Pablo Lopez, I'm all about. Great opportunity for him. 7 innings, striking out 7. Just awesome. 1 run on 4 hits. Tremendous opener for the Twins. More on Royce Lewis. More on Justin Steele. I see you in the chat. We'll get to it in a second. We're trying to be positive here. We don't want to depress everybody at the top of the show. Jesus Luzardo recorded 8 strikeouts, 2 runs, 5 innings. Here's the thing with Luzardo. We talked with Craig Mish, and he was telling us, look, Luzardo is being shopped. It's something that's actively going on. It was actively going on in the spring. They didn't get what they wanted. Some team is going to end up with him. Welsh, this was a good start for him. I'm going to ask you a question. If you have Luzardo, do you want to start to, if he gets off to a good start to poke around the trade wins and see if somebody wants to overpay for Luzardo, or do you want to hold him and wait to see if he does get traded to a contender earlier as opposed to later?
I think I hadn't really given a lot of thought of him on this new team and what positives could come out of it. I'm just not a big Jesus Luzardo. I had him as kind of a fade this year. He did have a huge day. I think it was 18 swing and whiffs, 46% swing and whiff rate, which was crazy, over 35% CSW, which is good. But you also saw massive downticks as far as velo. Fastball was down 0.5 mile per hour. His sinker was down almost 2 miles per hour. Slider was about on target. He looked okay. I watched him. He looked okay. He was decent early. I'm probably a sell, especially if you can take big stats, big whiff numbers. You can sell someone on it. Maybe there's another good performance coming up, and then you could sell and get equal value. I'm probably moving off him. But to your point, if he is sold, it's going to probably be some contendy type of team that is missing, maybe like a Rangers, a Rangers type of team.
Contendy?
Yeah.
I like that.
Contendy.
Nothing. I like it. It's a phrase that I'm very excited about using in the future. 3 down, Kyle Freeland. 2 1/3, 10 hits, 10 earned. Yikes. Zach Eflin, not the best start for him. Kind of fell apart towards the end, though. To be fair, the line is a little misleading. I'd be buying low on Zach Eflin because I know, and Welsh, there's people that weren't buying into Zach Eflin that might have ended up with him in their league, and they're going, oh, no, 6 earned runs, 5 2/3. But if you watch the start, first 4 innings were pretty clean for him.
He had a no-hitter through 3 innings.
Yeah, he was really good here for the beginning. I think it just kind of, just kind of fell apart a little bit. I would jump all over this start early if there's somebody in your league that is panicking about him, and I would take
trade. Go move Lizardo for Eflin if we can do that. I
think he's going to be the first guy on the trade video this week. I got to go like buy low on Zach Eflin right now. Heimer Candelario, boo, over 4, 3 strikeouts. So not the best. The hat trick for him, not the best start. You know what pisses me off, and it pisses a lot of people off, Welsh, too.
What grinds your gears?
You know what grinds my gears? And I know it grinds everybody, and I want to hear from you in the chat because everybody's watching live right now on the YouTube channel. Everybody complains about the same thing. Why do we have to wait to the last minute to put guys on the IL? Because it affects everybody's ability in leagues with roster moves and things like that. You're waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody to go in the IL. They haven't put them on the IL. It's why we all know the guy, they announce it, they say it, but they don't actually do it. It's ridiculous. Now, in my home league, I'm the commissioner, so I allow people to just put people in IL spots the first week because I know it's such a disaster. But don't you think that's like, it's kind of obnoxious? Like, they know they're starting on the IL. Put these guys on the IL and then give us the rosters. Like, why shouldn't we encourage people to be playing fantasy? Because that's a huge part of our fan base. I don't understand it, Welsh. I don't get it.
Well, baseball's never embraced fantasy. They're embracing betting. By the way, I saw this tweet out there. The New York Yankees actual account, I think it was, tweeted out Nestor Cortez strikeouts with a check mark and the over number and everything like that. They've never embraced fantasy. If they did, to your point, we would have ILs. They would literally cater how they do to betting, but they don't cater to it. Yeah, it's super, super annoying. It's why having a great commissioner is probably really important, and a site that you can like manually make those moves.
And speaking about making moves, segue, sync your league, please, to My Playbook. Download My Playbook MLB or go to fantasypros.com/MLB My Playbook. It's what you need to get right now. I'm telling you right now, if you're trying to manage multiple teams, multiple different sites, make your life easier. Manage them all from one app. Waivers, lineups. You could set your lineups for Yahoo and set your lineups for CBS, boom, in one spot. How beautiful is that? Go do it today. It's free. Sync your leagues to My Playbook. Use the app. It's fantastic. We know because we use it. I mean, that's how I stay on top, especially on my football stuff. Forget it. Like, that's the only way I could possibly do it. Injuries. Okay, everybody. Now it's time to depress everybody.
Hold on. I'm texting a really good friend right now. He got hurt yesterday, and I'm just
your best friend, Justin Steele. Yeah, Justin Steele, who is pitching great, by the way. Unfortunately removed because of hamstring tightness, they're calling it. Now, when he went down, it didn't look tight to me. It looked popped to me the way he went down, but I'm thinking good thoughts. Let's see what's going on.
They said it's going to be a while. They didn't give any like affirmatives. He's going to go on the IL. They're going to be out. A while could be a month. It could be 3 weeks. It could be a little bit longer. I don't know, but
I would prepare to be without him for a minimum 2 weeks.
I'm thinking a month. I'm thinking a month, but it was officially announced as a hamstring, and I don't know.
That's right. By the way, a little check who showed up to work today. That's true. Justin Steele, he has My Playbook. We know because we saw it when Welsh met him, and he showed him, look, here I am with my Fantasy Pro stuff. So there you go. So unfortunately, not the best stuff. Royce Lewis was removed yesterday. This was like the quintessential Royce Lewis game, like you're to encapsulate the feeling of Royce Lewis. He hits a home run, looks amazing off Reagan's no less. Right off of a premium pitcher, goes yard, looks awesome, on base later in the game, pulls up with, he's saying was this tight quad. Now he's saying it was tight. I listened to what he was talking about. I saw some, the doctors online talking about different things. So if it's a tight quad, if it's some sort of cramp, that's possible, but it's more likely, we all know, probably worse than that. So more news to follow here, but this is very frustrating because Royce Lewis, dark horse for MVP, a guy that I was very high on, but here we go again. We didn't get one full game yet. We're already dealing with injuries.
I know. He killed the Nerfy yesterday. That was the only one that I was kind of interested in. But it wasn't the knee though, and that was kind of the important thing. That's the thing that's continuously being reconstructed. And I haven't seen like what the timetable is going to be, but it's from like resting a couple days up to a month. So it's somewhere in between. I think they would baby him. Just put him on the IL for 2 weeks. Do whatever you got to do. Masseuses every day. Rub it out. Figure it out, and get him back on the field. It's just massage, bro.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Everyone knows what you meant. I got no problem. But take a look at the Twins' schedule for the month coming up, because that's what I want to see here. Because of this quote here from Jeremy, armchair doctor here. He needs a leg replacement. There you go. He needs a leg replacement. I was like, Dave Chappelle, I need a backiotomy. I love the backiotomy. It's one of my favorite things. So who do they have coming up here? They've got, let's see, the Royals, the Brewers, the Guardians.
Yeah.
Then they've got the Dodgers, and then the Tigers, Orioles, Tigers again, White Sox.
But what's your point to this? Like,
my point is this. My point is this. Can you beat up on the Angels, the White Sox, and the Tigers in the opening of the season? Especially you got the Tigers twice. Yeah. So if it takes a little while to get Royce Lewis right. And I'm just saying, if I'm the Twins, I'm not pushing. It's April and the schedule's in my favor. It all depends who you're playing early. You should be able to beat those teams even without Lewis, theoretically. Yeah, you're gonna have a struggle against the Dodgers. That's fine. But before Welsh gets canceled, let's move on to.
Well, no, the only thing I want we're just talking. Just if it's got
we're just talking. We're just two guys talking.
We're just guys.
We're just two guys.
Just guys, fans, dudes talking about getting a good massage. That's no big deal. The only thing with the Twins, and this is why I know don't say it. This is why I think they should put them on the IL, even if it's a mild thing, is because they've got depth. Jose Miranda got sent down. Bring Miranda back up. You've got Brooks Lee, who's going to be coming soon. Like, just don't worry about it. And both of those guys, by the way, if they were to be a replacement, would be guys I'm interested in. But most likely, Willie Castro would be one of those players that would benefit from this if Royce Lewis is out. Benefit. So if we want to talk about just the quick pickups real quick, Willie Castro would be a player I would be speculatively picking up right now because of the stolen bases. And then I just wanted to comment on this. It has nothing to do with this, but someone was talking about, because I don't think we're going to talk about it, but Jason Foley, probably one of the top pickups as far as closers to go after yesterday, since we didn't have that set in here. But for Royce, Willie.
Ginkle, some other guys too. Garrett Crochet had a really good start yesterday. So I'm going to ask you about Crochet. Like I'm still on the fence about him. I watched him pitch in spring. There's things I liked about him, things I didn't. It was a good start for him. He's only rostered in 50% of leagues right now.
He looked amazing yesterday. I mean, if we're talking
Jordan Hicks still available in 33% of leagues. I'm just saying.
John Wick?
Yeah.
John Wick?
They kills my dog.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm back.
Miguel Andujar, he won't be back for a while. What a segue. Underwent a right knee surgery on Thursday. Eduardo Rodriguez resumed his throwing program. That's good. Nick Senzel, talk about another one too. Like encapsulate like Nick Senzel's entire MLB career. He's finally got a spot here with the Nats. He's got kind of a second life, maybe. Broken thumb in practice before the game. I mean, how horrible is that? Also, kind of down on the farm news here, Diamondback shortstop Jordan Lawler is going to undergo thumb surgery. He's going to miss 10 weeks potentially. So,
I was trying to trade him for weeks, but this is why, like, Blaze is going to get this opportunity. I don't know if they'll DH him as much as they did, but he is a future play here. I just don't think he'll play enough, but Lawler is out of it. Cuttable. Don't worry about it. Might actually be an interesting dynasty buy right now because he is at the lowest of lows of lows. But yeah, this year, you're not going to get a ton out of Lawler.
The quotes are so good. By the way, Rhino, does Fantasy Pros go live like this every morning? Well, MLB does. We do. And I guess it's morning where you are. I'm assuming you're a Westie. But yes, 12:30 Eastern time. We are live Monday through Friday every single time, bringing you the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. So those are the injuries right here. Everyone's always frustrated with the injuries, but that's okay because we turn the page because it's time for our favorite segment of the show, which of course is
Bets of the day.
We got to work on that.
We do.
Bet365 sponsors this segment here on the show. Make sure you make all your bets with Bet365. And when you do, use that promo code leading off. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets. That's the way you go. Look at us. We look handsome in these pictures. I like this a lot.
I look confused.
All right. Yesterday was a really good start. And of course, if you are betting with us, use the Betting Pros app, download it. It's fantastic. I have logged all of my bets for the season, all my futures bets in there. So if you want to check those out, you can follow me on Betting Pros at Joe. You can do that same thing with Welsh. You can follow both of us and join our group, bettingpros.com/leading off. Go and join. Last year we gave away free subscriptions to Betting Pros, to Fantasy Pros, to people who had good months and things like that. So we're going really well. Yesterday, Welsh, you were 3-0. I think I was 3-0 as well.
Scooble. I think you were 2-1 because Scooble didn't hit. Yeah,
I was 2-1, but another bet that I gave Thor hit. So I made Thor very happy. I gave him 4 out of 6 of the MLB bets I gave him actually hit yesterday. So let's start with the man who's red hot with the mustache that won't quit. Welsh, what do you have today for the people on Friday?
I hope to keep it up. Like I said, I'm not going to have days like this, but that was like a 13 unit day I had yesterday because I had some other bets going on. So We're getting a little cute. The odds are going to tighten down a tiny bit. And here's what we've got today. We're starting with one of my favorite pitchers. And I've actually gotten 3 different things I like with him. It's George Kirby. I'm going to Seattle. His outs was in play for me. His total outs, 17.5, which means he's got to go 6. Last year, 4 of his first 5 games, he went 6. I kind of like that one. That's not the bet. His walk number, under 1 walk, is big plus money. I'm really interested in that. 17 games last year, he did not walk a batter. But that's not the bet. You could do it. The bet today is going with his strikeouts under. It's high today. It's 6.5. I just don't know if we're going to see him going over 90 pitches. And when he has gone under 90 pitches, I want to say it was every game but 1 last year that he was under 90 pitches. He was under 6 strikeouts. Now, he could be unleashed. We saw Luis Castillo do some stuff yesterday. I just don't think they're going to do that. So I'm a little tenuous. That's why, by the way, the strikeout numbers, I'm tenuous if he ends up going 6. So I'm taking the under on the strikeouts because I think it'll be under 90 pitches. I believe I saw Derek Carty talking about the 79 pitches, I think was the average on opening day yesterday. So that was my concern
with Darvish yesterday too. And I told Thor that when I was giving him the number on him. So, all right. So that's your number on Kirby. Let's get to number 2 here.
Yeah. And that's at best odds, by the way. Bet365 has the best odds out anywhere. So you don't even have to worry. Number 2, I'm going back to my Diamondbacks. Everybody had a hit last night, but Corbin Carroll. He had 2 walks, couple runs, but he looked good. He looked patient. Yes, a couple balls were hit into the ground, but he was going up against a lefty for the majority of it. I guess maybe 2 or 3 of the at-bats. But Corbin Carroll's going up against a guy that he has never faced before in Cal Quantrill, who is not great, not very good. So I'm going with the total bases over. I expect more offense, 1.5 over, -115. I like that one. And I'm going with kind of a gimmicky bet. I usually don't do this, but I love George Kirby, and I like him to pitch to contact and ground outs. And I like Nick Pivetta. Nick Pivetta on the Boston Red Sox has got to get through J.P. Crawford, which I think is doable. Julio's your big concern, and Jorge Polanco, who does have a good track record against. But my bet here is the Nerfy. Mariners, Red Sox, no-run first inning with Kirby, with Pivetta, locking it down, -130. It's not the best odds out there, but these are my 3 favorite: Kirby, Carroll, and the Nerfy on Mariners, Red Sox.
There you go. You love a good Nerfy. For me, Freddie Peralta over on the 6.5 strikeouts at plus money, +105. You're getting right now. That's the best number on BP. Spencer Strider. Now, Welsh knows this. I see 8.5, and I automatically go to the under, but it's early in the year, and with Strider pitching the way he has, dominating the way he has in spring, we all know the bats usually take a little bit more time. Like the pitchers are typically a little bit ahead here of the hitters when we get to this part of the season. I'm going to go over on the 8.5. It's not something I always do. It's -113. So it's a decent number here, but Welsh knows I see 8.5 and I run to the under every time I see it. And 75% of the time I am right on that. But today I'm going to buck the trend again. Strider, I think, is going to be a little ahead of the.
It's a game of the day. We haven't talked about it.
It's probably going to be an 8-5 game, because we're all thinking, oh, it's going to be this pitcher's duel. That's MLB.
I actually have another bet I put on. You will see it.
Why didn't I finish mine yet?
I'm sorry. I just want to say how much I love this game.
Your time, and now it's my turn.
We didn't talk about how amazing it is. I just want to say it's amazing, and I have another bet in this on the Betting Pros app. Sorry. Go ahead. Strider, 8.5. I'm shocked that you're taking the over.
I know. Well, again, it's Strider. It's special, and it's today because it's opening day for them. Cleveland, -1.5. +130. You're getting plus money again on this. I did it yesterday. I'm going to do it again today. It's going to be right. I'm just like, stripling was so bad in the spring too. Just do it. If it fails, it fails, but it is right. So Peralta over 6.5 +105. Strider over 8.5 Ks -113. Cleveland -1.5 +130. Now, if you put my 3 favorite things together for the parlay of the day, +770 on those odds. So I would bet them all separately and then throw a little bit. Throw $5 on the parlay just in case all 3 of them hit. Then you get a really big day. Now, Welsh, I heard you might have an extra bet that you were very excited about. What was it?
Oh, I wasn't trying to I didn't want to say it, but I wanted to promote to people is go to the Betting Pros app, download it today, and follow the Welsh, follow Pizza Pia, and you'll see the other bets that jump on there. And hopefully,
and all my futures are up there right now. So again, if you follow us, you can see all the future bets. Everything's up there. All the MVP awards stuff, all the Julio bets, all the Julio.
Bogman told me last night, by the way, he said, we were talking about Julio, and he goes, oh yeah, Julio's my MVP. And I said, oh my God, it's mine. It's Joe's. It's guaranteed not to be now. It's guaranteed not to
Nope.
be.
Joey Futures always makes it true. So there you have it, folks. Those are the best bets for today, Friday, the 29th of March. Also, this is really nice here. Look at this. This show makes MLB so much better, in my opinion, guys. Thanks. And that's from Marcus Allen, which I can only assume is the NFL Hall of Famer.
I talked to him
Allen.
on the phone one time, working a Super Bowl. It was one of the highlights of like my life as
well, and
growing
look,
up.
and now it's come full circle. Now he's a fan
Hi,
of yours. Marcus, we appreciate you. We try to make baseball fun again. It's supposed to be a good time. That's what we're doing here, for goodness sake. Also here, we like to call home runs. So this is the part in the show where we call the home runs of the day. We'll take a look because the leaderboard is live. Boom, there it is.
Oh,
Hudgens had one there. Finner, Fred Dinger, of course. By name, Fred Dinger is always good in this contest. You got High Cubby, KT Cotrail, Larry's there, Mr. Buster. Is that Pazzy? Pazzy 25, Ports, Sir Sizz, Sky. There's the Welsh. He got on the board. I don't know.
The Welsh with the home run call yesterday.
How come everyone's tied with one, but you're still 12th? Like, there's no respect.
You know what I noticed? I was going to say, like, don't you think like Welsh and Wonky should be at the top? It's he went.
No,
numerical.
You should be at the bottom. Both.
They went numerical. No, the top.
Venice is on there too, and Yankee 23 rules. Yankee 23 rules. And if you want to be part of this, join our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. And you should join anyway because it's free. But also remember, starting next Wednesday, you get bonus leading off because cleaning up is going to go live on our Discord. Welsh, myself, take questions, talk to you all some more, get outside the box a little bit, and talk more MLB because you all demanded more of us. So we're going to give you more of us. So I did not go yard yesterday. I was being cute. This is my call for the weekend. I looked ahead at the Cardinals pitchers, and I looked ahead, and I think it's time that Shohei Ohtani get off to a good start here. So I am betting on Shohei Ohtani to go yard this weekend. Not once, but twice. I think he's going to get 2 for me. I'm very excited. Welsh, where are you going this weekend for your home run call? Or are you just calling today and then you're going to pick Saturday and Sunday on your own?
Well, I'm ready to look at Ryan's comment, by the way. I said numerical. And yes, it is alphabetical. That was not numerical. So
there you go. We're off.
I'm a big dumb idiot, folks. So with the Friday one.
Went all over that correction as well.
Yeah, here's the cool thing. If I want to change off of my player, I can do it in the Discord in the home run channel. You simply just put the name in and it tracks it itself, which is pretty awesome. But my home run for today, because I probably am going to change it, I am going with Juan Soto against the 2-pitch Christian Javier, who, by the way, he has a little bit of a track record on. He walks quite a bit, but 1,000 slugging little career. I think he's going to get a hold of Javier. He's going to get a hold of one of those because it's be fastball slider, and he's going to put one in the seat. So I'm going to go with Juan Soto for my home run call on Friday.
Big play by Soto yesterday in that game defensively too. Really turned things around there. Yankees had quite a comeback. So, and that's a big win because the Astros have really kind of been the daddy of the Yankees last few years. Let's be honest. So. Yeah. Kind of a big one, important one. Again, we want you to be a part of the action. Make sure you go to our Discord channel, join the home run channel, make your picks this year. We're giving away a Vlad Guerrero autographed bat. Last year, we did the Corbin Carroll helmet. Before anybody really was into Corbin Carroll, we were. And Vladdy, by the way, going yard yesterday. Nice to see Vladdy getting off to a good start. I was all in on Vladdy this year. I love it. Don't forget, everybody, if you're going to place bets over the weekend, please go do it. Support our sponsor, Bet365. Use the promo code leading off when you do. Bet $5, you get 150 in bonus bets. That's what you do. Sync your leagues for free with my playbook. Again, it's free. Manage your lineups. Set them in one spot from all the different platforms you're playing on, or just use all the tools that you have in that one lineup you've got in that one league you're in and find the best trades, the best waiver wire pickups. Everything's right there at your fingertips. And of course, go to fantasypros.com for all of our baseball content. Baseball is here. We were shot out of a cannon yesterday. I feel like yesterday's show was such a blur. It was opening day. We were wearing wigs. Everything was crazy. It was so much fun. And I see all of you back again today. Well over 300 people watching us live again. If you don't get a chance to watch us or you've just been listening, join us live for a show. Come in there, be in the chat. We love seeing you all in this chat, the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks. You guys make this show work. We love it. A good weekend of baseball ahead of us, Welsh. And then next week, of course, subscribe to the channel because if you haven't already, the waiver wire video is going to be up there for me every week. The trade video from Welsh is going to be up there. We've got social shorts too. Follow us on X at Fantasy Pros MLB. We've got a lot cooking this year. Okay, so even more stuff, including the cycle, including cleaning up on Discord. More baseball at Fantasy Pros. Why? Because of you. and probably because of us a little bit too, because we're obnoxious and we said, hey, we should do more baseball stuff. And they let us do it. So have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the baseball. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Go Ohtani. Let's go.